Hello, sweet loves. I hope that you are doing well. I'm just feeling really called to jump on here and talk to you guys about something huge that's going on and affecting our whole world. So, what I am feeling really called to talk about first, and I've tuned in, I've grounded, I've meditated, I have asked Spirit to speak through me, to use me for a higher will. And first, what we want to cover is the fear that is surrounding this, and that is creating the hoarding, the panic, the stress, the anxiety, the confusion. It's making that expand, because in truth, from a spiritual perspective, a universal law is that what you focus on expands. So this is what is happening. This fear is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And so it's causing the mass hysteria. It's causing the mass interruption in our society. So what can we do? So first of all, what I'm being told to speak about is the physical, the practical physical aspects and the facts, and then we're going to talk about the spiritual. So I made some notes. So we're just going to take a nice deep breath, and I just want to thank you all for showing up here. This is going to be available afterwards for people to share as they feel called to as well, because the more people who see it, the more we can affect change and hopefully get people into the light on this. Like all of you here right now are light workers and here to hold love and hold the space of love and help others who are in the dark. So what we're going to start off with is actual facts. So the flu, and this is a study from the World Health Organization. This is pure scientific fact. So the flu claims 640,000 lives annually. Like I said, that is pure fact. The fact of coronavirus is right now there is 4,700 people who have lost their lives to it. I want to hold space for those people and their families that are affected. Absolutely. We're sending love, we're sending prayers. But this chaos is being caused because people are really in that fear of loss and of losing, and that they're going to get it. Like, it's bringing up everybody's anxieties. So if you look at the facts, again, the flu is worse than coronavirus. Okay, the people who are affected, the people who are going to pass away from this, the people who are losing their lives to this illness are people who are old and people who have compromised immune systems. So those are the people that we have to be extra mindful with. We have to be thinking, if we are not feeling well, those of us who are healthy, if we aren't feeling well, then we want to limit our time with these people. We want to support them in other ways, maybe get them food delivery or whatnot, because we could be a carrier and not know it. So if you're not feeling well, you just need to be really mindful of those people, so because they are more susceptible. So another thing that I want to talk about it is a fact that people who are not old and don't have compromised immune systems, so people who are considered like relatively healthy or healthy, they experience symptoms of fever and cough. Okay, so those are the things. If you have those things, you're being called to be honest and come forward, and just so we can get numbers, just so we can get research numbers, and just to test to see if you have it. But what you can do is the self-isolation is what they're calling people for. And so you stay home and you take care of yourself. And what's interesting that I kept hearing today is it's really a call for self-care. This is a huge call for self-care because this is forcing people to do it. Okay, so perfect. So the symptoms are the fever and cough for the healthy people who are getting it. The virus lives on surfaces for 12 hours. So the most important thing that we can do is we can wash our hands. So we are being called to manage this the same way that we would the flu, like get lots of rest and hydration, and not like staying home if you're sick is the biggest one, right? But washing your hands is the single most effective thing that you can do at this time. And what I'm feeling really called to speak to, because a lot of people are going crazy and buying all this hand sanitizer. Well, hand sanitizer, if it is overused, so we have a hydrolipidic layer on our skin, and what it does is it binds our skin together. It keeps us safe. It keeps our skin moist and able to protect itself. And overuse of hand sanitizer actually causes openings, like little cracks in your skin. So that can allow pathogens to get in. So we have to be mindful to not overuse hand sanitizer. That is our second go-to. Our first go-to is washing your hands with soap, if you can, with an antimicrobial soap or an antibacterial soap after you touch surfaces, and washing your hands for at least 20 seconds, rinsing with as hot as you can stand. And another great thing, somebody told me about this today and I thought it was brilliant. She's had this ever since she's had kids. As soon as anybody walks in your door, have them wash their hands, regardless if there's this virus going on. It's just good practice to have, especially with these little young people who touch everything and put everything in their mouths. And they can be little carriers, and that is known about the coronavirus. So again, just have people wash their hands. Don't overuse hand sanitizer. Use the sink and water and soap as your first go-to. If you can't, then go to the hand sanitizer. Other things are wipe down your door handles, wipe down your shopping carts. The masks that are being used right now, in truth, aren't going to really do anything, because in order for a mask to work, it has to be properly fitted to your face. It actually has to be measured and properly fitted. It's a medical device. So those are fairly not needed unless you are working with people who have immune compromised issues, or in case people are old, because then it just gives them that little bit of an extra barrier. It's an extra precaution. Another thing is, don't touch your eyes or your nose and your mouth. Have that conscious awareness to not do those things if you're in public, touching a lot of surfaces that you know other people have touched. And again, really washing your hands when you get home, or as soon as you can. Again, whenever you have access to soap and water. So from an energetic perspective, every single thing is energy. And energy breaks down into two things. Essentially, it's love and it's fear. And I heard this really great thing today, and it's awesome. Fear is actually the virus, and love is the immunity. Love is immunity. And we'll talk more about that. But so from the law of attraction, and this is just a universal law, from an energetic perspective, that which you focus on expands. So there's all this hype, there's all this fear, there's all of this hysteria and chaos. And those of us who are empathic, which many of you who are watching are, because we're light workers, we can feel it extra strong. That is making things worse, because in truth, our thoughts, every single thought that we think affects our collective consciousness. And what our collective consciousness is it's every single person in this world. We all have like this energy that we create, and it's a collective consciousness, a collective energy, and all of our thoughts get stored in there, and everything. So literally every single thing that you think gets stored and contributes to the collective consciousness. So that's what's scary, is the excess amount of fear. And the media is really creating the craziness, the hysteria, the chaos, the confusion, the hoarding, but they're doing it from the perspective of they have good ratings. They can make it dramatic. And not that it's not dramatic. I totally hold space and love for all the people who are being affected and who have lost people. But they are over sensationalizing the not the worstness of it. I don't know what other word to use. But that is what's causing this disturbance. So when you focus on fear, it goes into the collective consciousness. So if I'm focusing on fear and Betty's focusing on fear and whoever else is focusing on fear, this fear is growing and growing and growing and growing and growing, and we can feel it. So what can we do as light workers, as healers, as a world citizen? Really, what can we do to help this? So we can hold a space of love for everyone, right? What we focus on expands. If we expand and focus on love and know that we can absolutely bring light to this situation, we can use our heart center, we can broadcast healing. The coherence of our heart radiates, it can radiate across the world. And that is scientific evidence. You literally can shine love. You can literally shine light. So if you want to be sending it to Italy, if you want to be sending it to your community, wherever you feel called to, that's what you can do. Another thing, obviously, be mindful of others so then you don't compromise them, right? So that's like those people that we were talking about before, the older people and the people with compromised immune systems. That's something that we can do. And we can really go into our spiritual practices of going within, of meditating, of holding that vibration of love. Because when we do that, when we think of love, we are actually raising the vibration. We are actually contributing to this collective consciousness and helping to raise the vibration and helping to negate and push, not push away, but dissolve the fear. Okay? So this is a call to meditate. This is a call to pray. This is a call to come together in unity. This is a call to hold space like we talked about for people. And we do that by witnessing. We can witness what people, are doing or saying. And we can send them love because they don't know any differently. So send love energetically from your heart center. Be the light. You can use affirmations. Affirmations, again, you're affecting your personal vibration, your personal energetic space. You can use the affirmations of, I am safe, I am healthy, I am light, I am loved. These are all things that raise your vibration. It also sends that, again, positivity out into the conscious collective. And what we can also do that is really important and that we spoke about before is this is a call for self-care. And what do we do to really nurture ourselves. So this is talking about like sleeping, get enough sleep, right? Don't subscribe to the news channels and watch them incessantly and watch all the videos and everything, because again, that's contributing to this mass hysteria and energetically brings you down. And again, we can help that by sending love, sending light. Drinking enough water, super essential, part of a huge self-care routine. Exercising, eating well, eating really high vibe foods. We want to keep ourselves healthy so we can stay healthy. High vibe foods, think of things that are like colors of the rainbow. So like fruits and vegetables, so like peppers and cucumbers and tomatoes and, you know, live things. That really keeps your energy high, light, high vibe, and it keeps you healthy. I know for myself, pardon me, when I start off my day with a green shake, I feel amazing. I feel energized. It's literally because you are, again, raising your energy and operating from a really high, clear, high vibe state. Okay? I just want to go back and reiterate about prayer. So that also, if you think about the collective consciousness, prayer is a way to, again, send those healing, loving vibes out into the community, out into the world, out into the universe. And it doesn't have to look a certain way. It can just be a conversation. And whether you call it universe, whether you call it God, whether you call it chi, whether you call it energy, it doesn't matter. But it's a higher power. Higher power, I call upon you now. Please help us to send love and healing and light to our earth and to its inhabitants. Help people to remember the truth of who they are, and that is love and light. Help people to see the truth, that it is the media causing the mass hysteria and the chaos and the frenzy. Help us to come together in a place of love, in a place of service. How may we serve other people? Now, there are a couple energetic practices that you guys can be doing, because it's important to not stuff fear down. It's natural to have fear. We all have egos as being a human being. So what you can do when fear arises, you hold the space of the fear, you feel the fear, let it come up instead of pushing it down, feel it. Hold it, and then identify where it is in your body. Where can you feel this fear in your body? You know, it can be your heart, it can be your lungs, it can be your solar plexus. Like a lot of people get tight stomachs. It can be in your shoulders. So identify where that fear is. And then you thank the fear. Thank you, fear. Thank you. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing me that you're in my body. Thank you for making me consciously aware of it so I can bring it to the light, bring it up, so we can reclaim our health and reclaim our alignment with our true nature, which is love, which is being limitless beings with unlimited possibilities and potentials. We can reclaim the truth of who we are. So it's really identifying the fear, feeling it, acknowledging it, and then feeling where it lives in your body, and then thanking it, and then releasing it with love. And you can do that every single time that fear comes up. Another great thing that you can do is you can do a free write. And a free write is like literally just a brain dump. It is so awesome. It is so energetically clearing because you're physically getting it out. So that can be, I find it most powerful when you put pen to paper, but you do you if you want to do it on your phone, and make a note. It's literally writing down everything that's coming up as fears for you, writing it down, but then actually burning it. So burning it. And if you cannot physically burn it, if you're doing it on your phone, picture it burning and then push the delete button. Because again, it's getting it up and out so then it can heal. It can transmute into love and light. So those are two really big, powerful things that you could do. Again, I'm just going to go over them really quick. You can identify the fear, feel the fear. Where does it live in your body? Thank the fear, release the fear. And the other one is write out your list, do a burning, allow the energy of it to change. It literally changes the energy of the fear so that it can dissipate. Another one that I'm just hearing to share with you is, it's called the Choose Again method. And this is from one of my teachers, Gabby Bernstein. She's awesome. But the Choose Again method is, if you feel fear, allow it, feel it, but then use that as a point to pivot and choose another thought. Literally, you're bringing the fear into your conscious awareness, and then you're using that, bringing it consciously to you. Oh, fear is coming up. I'm going to choose something positive. And that's where the affirmations can come in. I am safe. I am healthy in this moment. Right? It's really all about staying present. Talking about that, it's really important that we stay grounded right now so then we can, like I spoke about before, many of us are empathic, so we can feel a lot of this heightened energy, this heightened stress, this heightened fear, this heightened anxiety. So staying grounded helps you to remember the truth of who you are, helps you to not subscribe to the mass craze, helps you to feel calm. So then you can be a beacon of light to others. One thing that I'm feeling also called to share with you is you can use a shield of protection if you desire. Every single day I ask Archangel Michael that I borrow his shield. That I borrow his shield so then it blocks out any negativity, but I also create another shield, an energetic shield, and I ask not to absorb other people's energy, because that's how we as empaths get thrown off. So ask not to absorb other people's energy. Use your power. Step into your power. Send love energetically. Think positive thoughts. Send it out into the universe. I actually have, and it's really interesting because I didn't know why I created this, but I felt really called to create something, and I forget what it's called. I think it's called, something to do like an exhaustion cure or whatever. But what it is, it's a list, or the self-care cure. I can't remember. I did a self-care challenge not long ago, but it's a list of all the things that you can do that raises your vibration, that keeps your vibration high, that keeps your energy high, that keeps you healthy, that keeps you well. If you are interested in that, totally free, DM me, so direct message me or drop me a comment and leave me your email address and I can send that out to you so you have it. And that's just a gift. That's just love. That's just sending it out there. So guys, really, if you can step into your power, if you can send love, if you can send light, if you can hold on to this beautiful energy that we've created here holds space for people. And also remember to view others with compassion, because if they know better, if they would know better, they would do better, right? So remember, everything is energy. It's either love or fear. No matter what, that's what they all boil down to. This is a call for you to step into love. This is a call for you to do a ton of self-care. And this is also a call to call on your higher power, to release your fears, to ask for help. You know, I'm hearing a lot of financial worry and that kind of stuff. That what we need will always be provided to us, 100%. We can lean into that, we can trust that, we can know that. So I'm putting a stake in the ground for every single person who is experiencing fear and stress and worry, and all of us light workers who are there to shine the light in the dark. Because we will get through this. This is not the end. We can do this. I just want you all to take a nice deep breath. And I'm feeling really called because I'm actually seeing a person, Florin, and bless you, Florin, you're from Italy, and thank you for showing up, and I hope that we've served you today. I was really feeling called. He says he's a truck driver driving all over Europe. I'm feeling really called to hold space for Florian and send collectively waves of love and light. Shine your heart center to those affected. Help them to remember the light of who they are, the love of who they are. Help them through their fear. Help them to not feel alone. Help them to know that they are loved and cared for even when they feel alone. Help them to know everything is going to be okay. Just breathe into that. And let's just take a moment of silence and think about anybody else. Even if you want to send love to the universe or to the world or to our angels or to our ascended masters. Because that which we send out is returned to us. Remember, what we focus on expands. Let's really hold that space of love. Feel it in your heart. Anchor it into your heart. Okay, awesome. I hope that you can feel those good vibes, everybody. And I hope that you guys can all stay in a place of love. And if you ever want to talk, please know that I am here. Absolutely. I love serving. I love serving spirit. For those of you who don't know me, I communicate really easily with the spiritual realm. I work with angels, and I love serving humanity. I love you guys so much. Again, let's come together. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. We are called to be the light. Love you guys so much.